Let's see here. All right, guys. All right. So, wondering how should we go about this? I hate stuff like this because I have something to tell you guys that I can tell you. And it's confirmed. But when you do stuff like this, people will say you're just trying to get some clout or you're just saying things. I just made sure it's okay to say. It's not that big a deal. But I can actually tell you. Because I don't think the details of it was released. The Wembanyama injury, that is. And I heard some stuff. And it's confirmed. It's the source that I have. It's not like this person said to this person that said to this person that said to this person. It's literally, yeah. I guess it's not. Let's see if it was posted anywhere. I wonder if anyone else got news of it and posted it. I guess not. Yeah, no one really posted about it. But I asked if I could say it, and I can say it. It's not a big deal at all, apparently. What? Is it grim news? No, it's good news. It's like great news. Sohan reminds me of Kwame Brown. What are y'all talking about? See, this is why I don't stat watch. I have no idea what the stats were. But Sohan overall in this game was pretty good. Like, he locked down Jaren Jackson Jr. I was actually shocked that he was taken out of the game. It with like 2 minutes left because he locked him down in that fourth. Like, he made Jaren Jackson Jr. look bad. So we got some really needed stops because that was literally the only player that could have possibly beat us. And Sohan did a good job. Keldon Johnson's stock way up. Keldon made some good plays at the end too. Yeah. Yeah, it was a good. It was just a good team win. It was ugly, but it was a good team win. They trolling you, clan? Oh, the chat. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where like there's nothing to defend. Like, the whole team was pretty bad, like, as a team, but they were missing like so many threes and just left and right. But Sohan was good. I don't even know what the stats look like. Yeah, I have no idea. I know De'Aaron Fox got about like 26 points. I feel like Harrison Barnes, he got really hot at the end. I don't know how many points he had. I'm gonna guess he had about 20. I don't even know if this should be a separate segment or what. No, it shouldn't be a separate segment. We should just make it one big segment. Let me see. Are the Spurs post-game stuff up or no? Sohan leap. Sohan leap. Yeah, it's some really good news. I didn't mean to scare you. It's some really good news. Great news, actually. All right, they just posted the highlights. So I guess we'll just talk about the game then. Nothing up yet. All right, so all right. So how should we go about this? Tell us the news, clan. I'm just wondering, should it be like part of this or should it be a separate thing? I don't think it's enough to talk about to make it a separate segment. So yeah, it probably should just be this. We'll just add it in. Let's see. Hold on, I'll bring up. We'll just make it one big thing, and then I'll just say the title will be like good Wemby news and great game, something like that. We'll just do that. We'll just make it one big segment. Let's see if they got anything here. Guys, don't worry, chat. Don't worry, chat. I'm gonna tell you what I heard, but I was just seeing if it was posted anywhere, but no one's posted it. Yeah, no one's posted it. So Here, I'll just show you. See, I'm on Yahoo right now, and nothing's on here. So this is what I heard, and you can believe me, not believe me. You can say sources are invalid, whatever. It doesn't matter. I actually do have a source that's very close to the Spurs, and I mean like literally. Yeah, I won't go as far as that. But I heard some news on the Wemby injury, and actually, it's some pretty good news. They're quite optimistic. So, you know, even if you want to take this news apart from what I have to say, you saw that Wemby didn't have a boot on, right? So that was to see that. But apparently, the injury is much better than what Dylan Harper had, and even Dylan Harper is going to come back pretty quick. And they're pretty optimistic that at best, this isn't going to happen. I do not think this is going to happen. But at best, he could be back after about 5 games, which is the 29th is when they'll reevaluate him. So they're going to reevaluate him on the 29th, and then they're going to check again on the 6th. So that's what I've heard. Hold on. If we go to the Spurs schedule, let's see. So what would that look like? I think so. The soonest he could be back would be after the Denver game. I do not think that's going to be the case. Knowing the San Antonio Spurs, they're probably going to hold out. But they're way more optimistic than we thought. So apparently it's a grade 1 strain. It's not as bad as you might think, and is much better than what Dylan Harper had. So what we're looking at, that's what I heard. That's the news right now. So, yeah. Wait, there's a lag? Oh, God. Should we do it over? Oh, crap. We can do it over. Oh, crap. We can do it over. What was the Harper news? I heard it's the 26th is when they'll look at him. I think it's the 26th they'll look at him. In the next week, I think that's what it was. I'm not going to just say that because I'm not sure. We already knew that he will be back pretty soon, though. I'm waiting for everybody to come back. We can do it over. Is it back? Are we back? The stream only gets like that when we have a plethora of people come in, and I don't know why that would mess up things on my end. I don't quite understand how that works. Yeah, Harrison Barnes is like insane, right? He's like shooting like 50% from 3. All right. Okay. We can do it over. All right. So apparently I lagged out when I talked about it before, okay? The basketball guys don't want you to know this. So I'm going to throw this out there. I was told that I can say this, and it's not that big a deal at all. So I do have a source within the Spurs when it pertains to the Spurs. It's not one of those he said, she said, he said type deals. You can believe me, you cannot, doesn't really matter. I don't care. I know it's true. So I'm going to throw it out there, and I was told that it's okay to just like kind of just say it, right? So apparently the injury that Wemby got is a grade 1 strain. And it's actually better than Dylan Harper's, which I don't think I would have to tell you that, because you can even look and see that he doesn't have a cast on, not cast, but a brace on, and that kind of, helps that, as you could just speculate that without knowing anything. But apparently they're quite optimistic to the point where he'll be reevaluated on the 29th. So that means technically he could come back after the 29th if he's good to go. Knowing the Spurs, that's not going to be the case. Let's just be real, right? So apparently they're going to reevaluate him on the 29th, and then they'll reevaluate him on the 6th. But they're quite optimistic that at worst, he's going to miss about 10 games, which is not that far off from what we thought anyways. I think we were thinking like 13, 14, but we were thinking 13, 14 at best. Apparently, it's about 5 or 6 at best. and at worst around 10. That's what they're expecting. That's what I heard. It is very much so confirmed. If you don't believe me, that's fine. It doesn't matter. But I'm just letting you know. Some people ask me about Dylan Harper. I actually do not. Yeah, I do not recall the stuff on Dylan Harper. We know that he'll be back within this week. I think they might be reevaluating on the 26th, but do not take my word for that. I have no idea. I do not remember that. But I do know with Wemby, 29th and 6th were the 2 dates that I was told. So maybe something to come out, in the next few days and something to be released on it. I have no idea. But knowing the San Antonio Spurs, they're probably going to be cautious and extend it out, especially if the Spurs get some more wins. They might really just be like, you know what? You can sit out a little longer. But yeah, no, it's really great news. I don't think you guys really needed that to know that it's good news. I mean, even if you take apart from what I just said, like just some of the things that we noticed, right? The fact that he was questionable. So it wasn't like a major injury. He was questionable to play the last game. And also he doesn't have a boot on, yeah, I mean, it's good news. It's good news. So, keep your head up. Keep your head up, like Tupac said. Yeah, I was really excited when I heard it. I heard it earlier. If I heard it like 5 minutes ago, I'll be screaming like a little girl right now, guys. Like real talk. I was so happy. So that's what I'm hearing. But hey, it's the Spurs. And even if they expand it out about 10, that's about what we expect anyway, right? Like we expect about 13 games. So we'll see. So getting Defensive Player of the Year is still possible. It's still possible. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. All right, before we talk about this game, really quick, big shout out to Sleeper. If you guys are interested in daily fantasy sports, go check it out. All you have to do is download that app. Description is in the description box. Use promo code CLAN and you'll get a 100% match up to $100. But it's super simple. You go over to the pick section. You can go to NFL, NBA, any sport that you want. And it's just some really simple, this player will get this amount of points over 19 points or under 19 points right there. Is that Cooper Flag? I'll have to see who he's playing. I can't really see. Oh, the New York Knicks. Go less. But yeah, so anyways, go check it out if you're interested in daily fantasy sports. Yeah, support the sponsor and you support your boy, okay? At the very least, download the app. That supports in and of itself. All right, so this game. So first and foremost, I saw a super chat. I did not ignore you. I kind of did, but I was going to get back to you. Oh my God, biased Spurs fan. Thank you for the super. Are you from Canada? He says, gun to your head, is Vassell on the eventual championship roster? Love from Canada King. He can be. I'll be transparent in saying that Devin Vassell has been quite disappointing. And that's being nice. Like, he's been very disappointing. His numbers should not be this poor. Like, it's really bad, y'all. Doesn't mean he can't come back. Doesn't mean he'll get better, but he had a legitimate offseason. And he's actually attempting more threes this year than last. And just all his percentages are down. I mean, it's bad. It's really bad. I mean, 40% from the field, 34% from three. Like, that's bad. That's bad. I mean, for context, Sohan is shooting better from three than Vassell. Quite a few players, right? Sohan, I would assume Wemby, right? Isn't Wemby like 35% right now? 36%? Who else? Olynyk might even have a higher percentage. Champagny probably has a higher percentage. I didn't check. But I know, I'm just saying for him, we don't have to compare. It's pretty bad. He got to do better. But yeah, I've been kind of an advocate the last few games that maybe Devin Vassell could come off the bench. You start Julian Champagny with Sohan. I think that's a pretty good. But right now, when you don't have Wemby, I'm totally content with Sohan coming off the bench right now. Like, this is kind of, that's kind of rough roster if you do it that way. So I'm cool with what we got right now, but in the near future, I would not be opposed to him coming off the bench and just being a creator off the bench, because as a starter, sometimes the ball gets a little our offense in general gets stagnated sometimes, but Devin Vassell is not one that's heavily creating for his teammates, in my opinion. However, this last game, I think he had the most assists. All right, let's take a look at this game. So I didn't look at the stats. Only thing I knew was Fox had 26. All right. So honestly, guys, this was a sloppy game. It was ugly. It was nice that we got to see other players play, though. I mean, the fact that Mitch Johnson actually brought out David Jones Garcia, and he did a good job, like a legitimate good job. I thought he could have played a little bit more. That one assist to De'Aaron Fox was a very mature play from him. Very smart play. Because he didn't go out there and just say, I'm just going to jack up shots. He was play over and over and over. Now, his defense sucked. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, they were cooking him. They were absolutely cooking him, which is why they couldn't keep him in the game for too long. But he did good when he was out there. So I really enjoyed that. Lindy Waters, he going to have to knock some down, because if he can't knock down any shots, then there's really no use for him, just to be honest. And Carter Bryant, he did a fine job as well. He hit a three. That's good. So that was nice. You know, we need him to be able to get the shooting stroke, but he looked confident. Defense was okay. So yeah, I liked it. I think it was a good team win. Now, I was expecting to beat the Grizzlies. I actually was expecting to beat them by a lot, because I was not expecting Fox to start off as cold as he did. But it came together. Harrison Barnes went off near the end. Oh, he ended with 23 points. Okay. He went off. Yeah. I mean, what more can I say? Let's see. If we go from player to player, everyone did fine. Luke Cornett, although is 0 points here. You know, Luke Cornett got the most chemistry with Castle. So unfortunately with us not having Castle, that kind of sucks. But he did fine. He did a good job. Defensively, he did really well. Sohan, I was actually quite shocked that Sohan didn't play and close it out at the end. I wasn't opposed to Keldon closing, especially in this game, right? But yeah, I don't know. I was a little shocked that Sohan didn't close it, only because Jaren Jackson Jr., like, he was giving Harrison Barnes fits in this game, and when Sohan was on him, he looked like chopped liver. He was bad, man. Jaren Jackson looked like a role player when Sohan got on him in that fourth. Like, he couldn't do anything. So I was just a little shocked. But that's okay. It's all right. But Sohan played some valuable minutes, did a good job, you know, made some good reads out there. Not a great Sohan game. It's not one where I'm just like throwing my pom-poms up in the air, you know, but he did good. He did fine. Hit 2 threes. I don't even remember the third three he missed. I don't remember that. I thought he was 100%. Sohan this year has been good. Keldon finished off really strong too. Let's see. Let's take a look at his maybe we just go to stats overall. Yeah, right now I do not expect him to keep doing this. But right now he's 50% from 3. Like, he is knocking them down. It's only taking 1.5 a game, but he's knocking them down. Doing it. And it's only 7 games. But he's very valuable. I really hate the fact that his stats are like this, because no one gets it. Like, they don't get how valuable he is. But just go look at other role players during, like, Spurs championship runs, and you'll be surprised what their numbers look like. But we know, nonetheless, that they were very impactful. So Sohan should get more minutes. I think by the end of the season, he should be a starter. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be opposed to going with something with Dylan Harper, Fox, Barnes, Sohan, Wemby. I am not opposed to that. Or you can do Castle next to Fox, which I don't know. You know, Fox isn't like, I mean, not Fox. Castle isn't like the best shooter in the world or nothing like that. Maybe Champagny. Maybe you can go with Champagny. I don't know. I just like that starting lineup a little bit better. Just a little bit more balanced. You know what I mean? But overall, pretty good. Pretty doggone good. I was happy. Jeremy Bruce, Bowen, Sohan. Yeah. The only thing that worries me, which it is a process with Sohan, okay? So this is not the end product of his shot. Like, they're going down. It's nice. But as soon as teams start to hone in and know, okay, we need to close in on him, which will be great news for us, because if he's out there with Wemby, yeah, we're good. But as soon as they start, like, guarding him a little closer and they're like, okay, he's doing a pretty good job, I need to stick to him a little bit, it'll open up things for teammates. But also, I wonder if Sohan's percentages will remain high because his release is so slow. But it takes time. It takes time. He's been doing great. He's been improving every year. But that's one thing that worries me about Sohan is like, it's a very very slow release. You know what I mean? 2 threes per game, Sohan. Shoot, take 2 or 3. Take 2 or 3. Take 2 or 3. But yeah, that release speed is what's rough. But because we have so many guys that, well, right now we don't, but we have so many guys who can attack the rim and keep up that rim pressure, we're good. So one thing I want to say, I'm just going to say this, because overall this was a sloppy game. That's what you expect from this team because Mitch Johnson doesn't run any plays. And you don't have too many creators right now. But I will say this. I think that we have so much talent. I think that the Spurs have so much depth that you're going to manage to win, I think, most of these games. Some people disagree with me. This was a sloppy game, and I don't think they'll be this sloppy. But here, if I go to the Spurs, because people disagree when I say this. So like I said, Wemby could be back pretty soon, but let's just go ahead and say for the hypothetical that he is out as long as we're scared he'll be out. Like he's out till the 21st, right? Which, you know, obviously we heard 29th and 6th, so we'll keep an eye on that. We'll see what happens. But let's just say for the sake of argument, he's out that entire time. I still think the Spurs win like 10 games. And it might be delusional. It might be crazy. But I think that we're good enough to win these games. We just got to lock in. I think we're good enough. I think we're so accustomed to how great Wemby is and how he does everything and just locks down teams that we kind of forgot what it's like to just be a normal team. Right now, the Spurs are just a normal team. Like without Wemby on this roster, which is with as much depth as they have, let's say Dylan Harper is back pretty soon, right? With much depth that they have, I think they're still a close playoff team. Like I think they're like a play-in team without Wemby. You know what I mean? Like I think they're a decent play-in, barely make the playoffs team without Wemby. So we're a pretty normal team without him. With them, that's what brings us over the edge. But this team, just like roster-wise, we're not that bad. I don't know when Castle will be back. What was the news on Castle? I didn't ask anything on Castle because I knew it was like not that big a deal. Hold on. I think he's just, the only thing I heard about Castle is he's just like really sore. Like it just hurts. Let's take a look. 2 to 3 weeks is what their report. No, 1 to 2 weeks. 1 to 2 weeks. Okay, these reports are all over the place. Maybe I should ask about this. Because why are these reports all over the place? One said 2 to 3. This one says 1 to 2. I heard it. I did hear it wasn't too bad. Hip flexor strain. I heard it's like mostly like it's just really hurting right now. But yeah. Anyways, I know it seems like every other day we're like, wait till we get everybody back. I know, but just keep it bright. Keep it bright. Keep it positive. It's not that big a deal. We're early into the season. The Spurs are in position to, even if they went 500, which I think they'll do better than that. But even if they went 500, you're still good. These are going to be hard-fought games. I don't think the Spurs are just going to get like whooped by these teams. Atlanta should be a fight. I would assume it'll be a fight. Wait, is Ricochet okay? I saw him take like a tough fall. Is he okay? He might be okay. Hopefully he's okay. I want everybody on deck going against us. I like the challenge. So, should be a tough one. Obviously, Phoenix will be a tough one. Portland, you should win that one. Denver would be a tough one. Minnesota would be a tough one. So, you got about at least 3 really tough ones coming up. And the others, I think you should just win. So, with or without Wemby. You know what I mean? But yeah. Anyways, just want you guys to be optimistic. That's the news that I heard. Really good stuff. I'm happy about this win. It was sloppy, but we did use a little bit more of our bench. I think we could have spread it out even more. That's okay. I'm not a coach. I'm not going to critique that. That's a little silly to get like too crazy with that. But I am a big advocate for playing your players. Okay. There's no excuse. There should never be a case in which Sohan gets 6 minutes in a game unless he's in immense foul trouble or like, not even then. 6 minutes is insane. Like, he should just foul out, you know? I'll say it like this. There's no reason Sohan should get 6 minutes and he ain't fouled out or, you know, knock on wood, hurt. You know, he should not get less than that. I mean, he should not get less than 20. So, anyways, but I think doing stuff like that, you can really injure players. I'm not saying it's Mitch Johnson's fault. I'm not saying that, but it could be completely unrelated. But I do think playing more players keeps everyone healthy. As long as they kept De'Aaron Fox out, was a lot of strain on Wemby as well. So you need guys playing. You need guys in and out, in and out, in and out. So we're kind of being forced to use our bench now. It's unfortunate it's that way, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Glaze incoming. What do you mean? Sohan's role is perfect right now. Sohan always played a really good role, yeah. I like Sohan's role. He's good. I like Sohan. A good player. Really good player. He should be part of our championship run. All right. I think people forget how young Sohan is too. Like they group him in just like, you know, oh, he should just be off the team. Like they just group him in with a vet or something. He's Wemby's age. And he's not as talented as Wemby, so give him a break. All right, let's go to San Antonio Spurs. You guys say he's at the podium? Oh, cool. Yeah, I guess we could listen to Harrison Barnes today. Am I going to go to sleep? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I might end up asleep. He's pretty chill. Oh, and Harrison Barnes. Watch Mitch. Watch Mitch. What is it? Hey, Puppet Pal. What was it? Hey, Puppet Pal. What did the bat say to the head? Bonk. What was it? Hey, Puppet Pal. What is it? Hey, Puppet Pal. Mitch. Hey, Puppet Pal. It was something else. What was the other guy's name? Clan just stopped? No, what was the other guy's name? You guys suck. Puppet Pal. Mitch. Clem? Yeah, there it is. Gosh, I'm sitting here asking chat. I'm sitting here asking chat the most innocent thing ever, like, and no one can answer my question. I'm like, what was the Puppet Pal's name? It's Puppet Pal Clem and Puppet Pal Mitch, right? Yeah. I don't know why I went on this. I don't know why I went on this little tangent. Anyways, we're gonna listen to Puppet Pal Mitch. We're gonna listen to what Puppet Pal Mitch has to say. Is that disrespectful? I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. I just think it's cute. All right, but before we do that, really quick, big shout out to today's sponsor, as always, Sleeper. Guys, if you are interested in daily fantasy sports, go check out the description below. Use the promo code CLAN and you get a 100% match up to $100. So if you want to do that, that's great. But also, if you don't care for daily fantasy sports, as we can see here, if you go over to the NBA section at the homepage, you can see highlights, you can see updates, you can see stats, you can see injury reports, you can see so many different things. And it's like social media for sports without all the BS, okay? So if you want to go check that out, please go do. You download the description or download Sleeper in the description. box, and it helps the channel, right? So if you want to use it just for this, that's great. And if you want to do some daily fantasy sports, you just click over to the pick section right there in the middle, and you can go to work. Okay. All right. Let's take a look. Oh, I probably should say, how do I feel like? Oop, sorry, Mitch. Sorry, Puppet Pal, Mitch. All right. So how do I feel? How should I feel about Mitch Johnson today? He runs no plays. There we go. But he did play a lot of players. And his lineups, in my opinion, made a lot of sense. And I think with Wemby being out and Castle being out, while I'm not a huge proponent of Sohan coming off the bench, I think he could start. I don't really think it's necessary to start him with Kornet. Also, I really like this. I really like right now, in the future, I think he should just be in the starting lineup. But right now, I really like Sohan out there with Olynyk a lot, right? So you get your two bigs, but then you also get one that's kind of known around the league of being able to hit shots and knock down threes. And then you have, Sohan who can bring you that defense, right? But you still have those two big man bodies out there. And Olynyk is a fairly smart veteran as well. So, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I think those two play really well together. One thing I was shocked by is that I think Sohan and Keldon actually play pretty well together. I think a big part of it is the fact that there's outside shooting. I mean, Keldon has been horrible shooting-wise, but I think teams still respect him just a little bit. Sohan gets no respect, so he's getting a lot of open shots. But it's nice to see. Oh. Dude, should we do this segment right now? Why is your wife leaving you? You want to talk about it? I'm sorry, man. Guys, show him some love. I don't know if he's trolling or not. Show him some love. It's all right, man. You deserve better. Unless it's your fault. But I'm not going to just assume it's your fault. You deserve better. But also if it's your fault. But still, you deserve better, I think. All right, we'll talk to you in a minute.
What kind of turned things in the final 2.5?
You about to crash out? It's his wife. Why are you crashing out? Good God. Oh, so his stuff. Thank you. It's going to be... Oh, wait. I think you're legit. We love you, man. We love you.
The fight to just come up with the loose balls, the rebounds, the discipline pressure. We were trying, I think, for the most part. But we got a little outside of ourselves just with our discipline. And they made us pay a few times. And I thought in the fourth quarter, we had a really solid, disciplined defensive team effort that felt more connected than it did in the third quarter, obviously.
You know who was out there when that happened? Jeremy Sohan. He locked down Jaren Jackson Jr. Like, this is why you can't just look at the stats after the game and decide who played well. Now, if you're looking at Harrison Barnes' stats and you're like, he played well, he legit did play really well. He did his thing. Dang, I think you're legit, man. Jeez, I'm so sorry, man. Yeah, I'm legit sorry. Yeah, man. But if you have like some money for, some therapy and, make sure you connect with your family, connect with your friends. Yeah, man. And when you're feeling better, like get yourself back out there, okay? Don't be one of those people that get, they get divorced and they just like wallow in it. You're going to be all right. You're going to be okay.
No, this is a much different team than last year, and the guys understood that. But last year when you lost guys, things went south in a hurry. Was it a big thing just to win a game with the guys that you had left?
Yeah, I think it's tough. I don't want to speak out of both sides of my mouth, but, you're trying to build something, but we don't talk about last year. But
what?
Yeah, we want to play our brand of basketball and maintain that same identity no matter who's in, and we've obviously have experienced that, and it is just really good to see people help win. David Jones-Garcia, his box score will not be on SportsCenter tonight, and the guy played 7 minutes, and he played the brand of basketball we wanted to play.
He said it. He said what I said. That's what I said earlier. Well, in the other segment, I thought he did super well. Oops. I thought he did really well. Yeah, David Jones-Garcia, like, that's why you can't just look at stats. Because guys make certain plays in the game that's very important. I mean, I'm going to sound like Sohan Glazer as always, but like even Sohan with like 4 minutes on the clock, we needed to score. He gave us a layup, right? That's something you don't, I mean, it's only 2 points. It doesn't seem that impressive. And then he locked down Jaren Jackson Jr. in the end of that game. You know, like that's huge. And then David Jones-Garcia, he made a really nice assist to De'Aaron Fox. Just unselfish basketball on his part. He should get more minutes. His defense was the problem. His defense was he was getting cooked. I'll be real with you. He was being cooked. But yeah, he played a good brand of basketball. Like, these are guys you can use. You know, you shouldn't just dive into your bench. I think that shows you your over-reliance on Wemby in and of itself. Why does Wemby come? Well, I guess Castle's out too. But even last game when it was just Wemby out, why does Wemby get out mean that now like 4 other players can play? Like, I don't quite. Maybe I'm just dumb. Maybe you have to get more creative when Wemby. I just do not understand that. I think these guys should have and could have been playing at least a little bit. Like, I don't see the point in that. There's enough minutes to spread around. But yeah, like 7 minutes from David Jones-Garcia plus 7. Like, he did great, man. He did really good.
Pressured them defensively, and he pushed the ball offensively, and that over time led to us, I think, chipping away at it.
What kind of smart does a veteran like Harrison Barnes give in that final frame with that dunk and that 3?
Yeah, I mean, he obviously made some big shots, so that's something that'll stick out. But he's been steady, and he's had some big moments recently, and he's just always kind of there. And when other guys are rolling, he does all the little things and doesn't force it or, you know, get outside himself. And there's games where we need him to step up, and he does that, and that's a heck of a skill in this league.
Surprised he has lobs.
No, that's all that recovery and activation he does.
Coach, kind of slow first half for De'Aaron Fox and really explosive third quarter there. Is that something where, like, you know, you talk to him at halftime, or is that just sort of his adjustment?
I mean,
I think it's just his adjustment. Like, I don't think you got to talk to him. Yeah.
can score in bunches and bursts as we've seen throughout his career. You know, we challenged him to just be more aggressive on both sides of the ball. And again, it's tough. He's got a lot we're asking of him right now, and he's got a lot of output. And he did that in the second half for sure. And you can feel when he does that, it
calms things down, man. It calms things down. It makes it easy for everybody.
It's everybody else because he draws so much attention to himself because of the dynamic opportunities he provides others when he has the basketball or when he bends the defense by just putting pressure on the paint.
How important was Jeremy's defense on Jaren in the fourth quarter there?
It was phenomenal. You know, we held them to 14 points, and that's their guy. And for Jeremy and HB combined to take that guy and make him take 20 shots to score 18 points is you can't ask more than that.
How does it feel to finish a game on an 11-0 run like that? That doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, it feels good because it also felt like it was a lot of defense. We made some shots, but I think the defense, and typically that's kind of how this game works. When you play well defensively, it makes the offense a little easier, whether you're playing with pace or out of matchups. And we made some shots as well. You know, Harrison made a tough hook shot, I know, and he made another pull-up. But it just feels good when you get stops over time. You typically go on a run, like you said.
It makes me a little nervous. I'm not super nervous. I'm going to go with my prediction that the Spurs going to win plenty of games, even without Wemby, for the time being. But it does make me a little nervous against the Grizzlies. Play really hard, and it's an NBA game, but hopefully this is one of those games where we found our footing and we'll be able to use that momentum going forward, because it was a sloppy and ugly game, and on paper we should have destroyed them, right? But it was just sloppy. I never felt at any point that we didn't have it in the bag. I'll be honest. Like, it was one of those games where most of these games actually, you know what? I don't think there's one game that I can think of that I had the thought that the Spurs couldn't win it. Yeah. I don't think there was one game. Maybe the Suns one, but that was our lack of effort. Where I was like, we come with that type of effort, you can't win it. But every other game, like, I felt like we could win it. So yeah, the only, knock on wood, the only way we would be screwed is not having Fox and Cornette. And if one of those have to go, it'd have to be, yeah. I think we could survive with Cornette. That's 500, I think, if it's just Cornette. But then it's like, who runs point? That's even hard to think. I don't want to think about it. It's just been so many people getting out till it scares me. But he's playing everyone on the roster basically, so hopefully we can stay healthy.
Because, 3 minutes of gameplay and no points is very helpful.
So with the stops during that stretch you're talking about, I think we're Luke on 80. I know Luke didn't have a great game in the box score, but was his assignment tonight just to kind of make the big man work a little bit?
Yeah, it's tough. He's huge. He's physical. He's in the paint a lot. And I thought our whole team did a really good job of just making him work and making him fight. And again, Jeremy had some big stops. HB
got a couple. Jeremy gave him fits though. Jeremy was like, he was all over him.
Luke, I think KJ got it on the ground and got a ball. Those are the plays, the physicality of that game.
Dang, he can't win. American Warrior, he can't win. Sohan can't win with some of y'all, man. Come on. Sohan's a great defensive player, but a liability on offense. The ball stops and he's just looking to pass and not score unless he's open in the corner. What? So the ball stops, but he's looking to pass, and he only looks to score when he shoots a three. So before he was an offensive liability because he couldn't shoot threes. Now that he can shoot threes, he's a liability because he wants to shoot those threes. And that's not even true. Like, a lot of times the Spurs do miss him on cuts. It happens all the time, or they miss the mismatch. Like, he's constantly in good positions where he can get easy baskets. That's why I like him out there with Wemby, because Wemby has such high basketball IQ. Like, Wemby's a better passer than Fox. That's not controversial to say, right? Wait, chat, is that controversial to say? That's not controversial, right? I don't think that's a hot take, that Wemby's a better passer than Fox. That's not crazy, right? I don't think that's crazy. But I think Dylan Harper would do a good job finding them, and I think Wemby would do a good job finding them. But like, he's always going to the rim, and he's always in the short post, and he's always in good positions to score. I don't think he's not looking to score. But you can't use, now that he can shoot threes, now that's against him. Like, now he's just looking for threes. Like, come on, he can't win. You got to just embrace the type of player he is. He is what he is. This is his role, and he's fine, good at it. But yeah, come on, don't use his 3-point shooting against him. That's not fair.
To Jared's question as well, felt really good to finish the game, feeling like we were on the front foot of being physical.
Thank you.
Nice. I like that. That was good. You're looking like a coach. How tall is Mitch Johnson? I'm too lazy to look it up. How is Wemby a better passer than Fox? How is he? That might be controversial. Is that controversial? I mean, Wemby's a really good. Wemby's like the second best passing big man in the league. Would you say Fox is like better than that? He's a better passer than the second best passing big in the league? I don't know. Like, Fox really gets a lot of his utility out of his scoring, and that's what caused him to make good passing plays. But I don't think he's like a dissector passing wise. I do think Dylan Harper got that. Dylan Harper got that potential. Yeah. No, not controversial. I didn't think so. Wemby's like the second best passing big man. Maybe third. Şengün is second. Yeah, maybe you can say Şengün. Maybe. But Wemby is up there. Woo. All right. Harrison Barnes saved us today. We got to listen to him. I love listening to Harrison Barnes speak, but he makes me sleepy. I get very sleepy when he talk. So I'm gonna try my best not to go to sleep. We'll see how that goes. But before we do, big shout out to Sleeper. Oh, it's not working. Oh, what happened? Oh, that's weird. It went out. Hold on. That's weird. Let's go back to it. Oh, had an issue. Here we go. Gotta sign in again. Sorry, guys. No, not listening to Barnes. It's trying to connect. I don't really know what happened. What is it taking? What the heck happened to this? Oh, it's right here. Here we go. Allow. And then share. There we go. Nice. Oh, wait. Is it sharing? Yeah, it's sharing. All right. Cool. I fixed it. All right. Anywho. Okay. I'm going to try my best to listen to Harrison Barnes and not go to sleep. I really like Harrison Barnes, and I enjoy when he speaks, but I get sleepy. I get very sleepy. But anyways, before we do that, hopefully it works this time. Big shout out to, there it is. Big shout out to Sleeper. If you guys are interested in daily fantasy sports, go check that out. You just use the promo code CLAN below, and you'll get a 100% match up to $100. But the cool feature here that I really like is if you go to the home screen, you go over to NBA, you get all of the highlights, updates, stats, injury reports, you name it. Everything's there. So go check it out. Link in the description. And you support the sponsors, which means you support the channel. All right? Don't forget that. Always remember. All right. I'm going to try my best here, guys. Oh. It's like ASMR when he speaks, bro.
Guess what was the final 2.5 minutes of that like for you guys?
I think the biggest thing for us was just getting stops. I think looking at that game, I mean, they
Interview sponsored by Sleeper. Ironic, yeah.
rebounded us by 20 rebounds. So for us, we knew we needed to get stops and secure the possession. And I thought we did that. And I thought, one of my favorite plays on the stretch was when Keldon dove for that ball. Fast forward to earlier in the game when Spencer dove for that ball, on Kelly. It was one of those plays where it was a momentum, energy shift for them. They were the more aggressive team, and I thought it was great to see Keldon do that. Obviously, he's been our energy guy all season long, but that kind of encapsulated that moment for him to get that, secure that possession, Fox to get that dunk. That's kind of seal it.
At the other end of the floor, Harrison, is there a mindset shift for you guys when you lose a couple of your key players and it's more on you, like, to be a go-to guy in the closing minutes of the game when that wasn't your role 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I think, you always, anytime you go to the gym, you always just, work to be in those positions. You may not be in those positions for 30 games, right? But it's like you just always, work to just have that ready and available. And I think for us, especially, one thing we're focusing on is just trying to just move the basketball, do it as a...
Oh, God. Oh, I am an Eminem nerd. He said, just think about stay wide awake. Stay wide awake. Fee, fi, fo, fum.
Collective, see what happens, see, who gets the shot. KJ drives, I get a wide open three. He drives again, he gets a wide open layup, right? It's just doing it as a collective and just trying to figure out ways, these different lineups of how we can win.
Mitch said that it's one of y'all's rules that you don't talk about last year, but if you think just for a second, there were a lot of nights like this when guys are missing that y'all weren't able to.
Yeah, why is that? Why don't you talk about last year? Can you guys give me an explanation on why we don't talk about it last year? Don't want to be stuck in what happened last year? It's a new year. Don't be stuck in the past. Is that what's going on? I don't know.
Pull it out. Is it a sign of something building?
Harper's the best passer on the Spurs. I agree. And a lot of people be like, what are you talking about? He's an excellent passer. I agree.
Here that you're able, and maybe even a little bit of a relief looking forward that you were able to buckle down defensively and put the ball in the basket.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a long answer.
Yeah, absolutely. But also, I think it's crediting our depth. I mean, Kelly stepping up lately. You know what I mean? Playing a lot more minutes. You know, he's been great. Luke, obviously, taking on a different responsibility. He's been great. David Jones-Garcia coming in, giving us, you know, energy, lifting minutes. You know, Jeremy, Julian, obviously KJ. You know, there's just a bunch of people right now who I think are doing more. And so I think it's hard to compare last year to this year. But I think this year, I think that's the biggest thing that we're all appreciating is just everyone's approach to being ready when their number's cold.
Seems like Kelly's been making an impact the last few games as sort of a passer, playmaking hub. What are some of his strengths in making dangerous?
You guys think I'm lying, bro. You guys think I'm lying. I'm legit sleepy. Harrison Barnes he's nice to listen to, man. And every answer is basically perfect. It's like ASMR because he's so chill. And I'm literally getting sleepy here. Look at my eyes. They're watery, man.
Oh man, we were joking today that he was going to be the second string point guard. I mean, Kelly is he has great presence on the floor. I think that's just the best way to describe it. Like, you just kind of give him the ball, you don't know what's going to happen. Maybe an assist, maybe a layup, maybe a three, maybe a fake DHO. You know what I mean? It's just he just always finds a way to just make something happen at his pace, which I think is probably his.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Can you just give me a minute? I just need a quick nap. I'm sorry. Just
most unique skill set.
I mean, there
I'm a listen. I can hear it.
It's
It's loud in my
There was no
earphones.
traditional point guard on the floor, and it was him and, you know, four wings. Does that, I guess, sort of enable you guys to run a lineup like that?
Absolutely. I think his versatility. You know, most centers aren't used to guarding somebody like that who's going to bring the ball up and initiate offense. So I think his ability to do that just gives us another dimension that we can go to down the season in the playoffs. What lineups may be there, who may be healthy, but I think Kelly definitely gives us something different at that position.
Do you always save your best dunks for national TV?
Man, I haven't had that many dunks this season, so that came out of nowhere, honestly.
It really did? Like, you did?
No, it really did. Like, I didn't think I was going to get the angle to go left, and then I did, and then just kind of jumped, and I was just up there. And just, I don't.
Mitch mentioned to me that he wasn't surprised to see you still have hops after all these years in the league.
He got more confidence than me. It's good.
But he credited all your the treatment, post-game, pre-game, in between games. Can you talk about that and how important that is?
All right, I'm ready.
Yeah, I mean, I think one thing that I try to tell our guys, you know, obviously we're in a tough stretch right now, but it's the constant daily commitment to being ready. You know, it's not just putting up shots, you know, and thinking that that's going to prepare you. It's the weight room. It's the time on the table.
Oh my God. Every answer is so perfect that there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. Every answer is perfect. What do I say to this? I can't react to Harrison Barnes. Everything he says is correct, 100%. Ask him any question. He knows the answer. Ask him anything, bro. Ask him if a multiverse exists. He'll be able to answer it. Yes, indeed, if a multiverse exists, there could possibly be like he is awesome. It's too much. Yeah, stop media training them so much. Knock it off.
Before and after practices, before and after games, right? It's the sleep, it's the diet. Like, it's a full encompassing process to be able to show up every single night at 7 p.m. And I think, obviously, when you've been in the league a long time, like, it just kind of becomes, you know, commonplace. But I think for a lot of our guys who are younger in their careers, handling, you know, more volume, more responsibility, you know, kind of whether you're a point guard, whether you're a center, you know, focal point of the offense, whatever it is, it just takes time to figure out, like, what is best for you. So I think, I mean, guys are filling that process out, and they're getting, you know, better at that every single day.
He has to dunk contest. Just heartbreaking.
Bro practiced 10 interviews each workout. Yeah, between sets.
You know, I did that my second year in the league. It didn't go hot for me, so I'm retired from that. Retired.
All about it being multiverses? Yeah, that's such an interesting question. I think there's some deep analysis that needs to be done on that. And while I have my own thoughts, which I'm willing to share, it also has to be acknowledged. Yeah, exactly.
The dunker there, but was that did I see a sky hook in there too at one point?
Hey man, every once in a while, you know, you throw out some things, but it felt good. It felt good. It was a good stretch. Just trying to figure out just different ways. Like I said, guys stepping up, doing different things to win, and
he's not real. He's a robot. We make a lot of those. Wembanyama isn't real. Kawhi Leonard isn't real. Harrison Barnes isn't real. These aren't real people. Steph Castle isn't real. They're not real.
That was just one of the shots.
You knew you had Edie coming over, right? Had to get it over him. Was that?
Well, he blocked me earlier, so I knew I had to get a little bit more height on the second one.
And I hate Harrison Barnes. I hate that little thing he does. I don't even know what to call it. I hate the little, you know when he does like the little, like he answers a question, he's like, he's so warm. He could be a preschool teacher. He's so warm.
Was that?
Well, he blocked me earlier, so I knew I had to get a little bit more height on the second one.
I hate that I love him so much. God. Okay. We got through it though. I think that was good. I think that was great. I was awake for most of that, I think. Yeah. Nice work. Oh man. Whew. Sheesh. Oh, I missed something. Brandon Ingram had a poster today? I'm looking at it on Sleeper. Let's see. Oh, that really was a poster. Good God. Oh, Jalen Duren becomes the first player since Dwight Howard with 30+ points and 15+ rebounds on 90% shooting. Most of his plays are dunks. It's really nice that you have Kate Cunningham. Oh, man. I like Duren. Yeah, he does that face. That's the face that Harrison Barnes does. Just so much gratification. He's so proud of his answer. It's like an angel. He's an angel. That's what he is. All right, guys. That's a W. That's a W. Anyways, I'm hopping off. Spurs play. When we play? Thursday? It's a national televised game, I think. I think it's nationally televised. This is nationally televised. Yeah.